You absolutely need to hear this before the sun rises on September 18th. This is not just another astrological update. This is an urgent soul transmission for the ones who have been feeling it coming. What is happening in the sky over the next 48 hours is not a simple alignment. It is a cosmic recalibration of the highest order. The sacred union of the Moon and Venus on September 18th and 19th is a trigger event, a planetary heart-opening designed to accelerate your ascension path at a speed that will feel both exhilarating and terrifying. But with this immense influx of 5D light, this powerful wave of divine feminine energy, comes an equal and opposite force. The old paradigm, the dissolving matrix, will not go quietly. It will present you with its most subtle, most seductive, and most dangerous illusions. This is why you are here now. The universe did not guide you to this message by accident. You are being prepared. You are being warned. Over the next 2 days, there are 8 critical spiritual traps being laid out, designed to catch the awakening soul off guard and pull it back into old karmic loops. Your job is not to fight them, but to see them, to recognize them for the final tests they are, and to consciously choose the higher timeline that is being offered to you right now. Before we dive into the energetic mechanics of this profound conjunction and expose the very first of these 8 traps, I need you to anchor your energy with us. Do these 3 things immediately to signal to the universe that you are present, conscious, and ready to receive. First, like this video, to send a ripple of awakening light across the collective. Second, subscribe and turn on all notifications, because the downloads and updates will be coming fast over the next 48 hours, and you cannot afford to miss them. And third, and most importantly, go to the comments right now and type the number 1111 to affirm that you are a pillar of light, ready for this divine intervention. Do it now. Lock it in. Let's talk about what is actually happening in the cosmos, beyond the surface level interpretation. When the moon, the ruler of your subconscious mind, your intuition, your emotional body, and your deepest ancestral memories, comes into a perfect conjunction with Venus, the planet of love, harmony, beauty, self-worth, and the divine feminine principle, it is a moment of profound cosmic synergy. This is not just 2 celestial bodies passing in the night. This is a sacred marriage occurring in the heavens, and its energetic echo is designed to create a sacred marriage within you, the marriage of your heart and your soul, your human feelings and your divine intuition. This alignment is happening in the meticulous purifying sign of Virgo. This is critical. Virgo is the archetype of the healer, the priestess, the one who discerns truth from illusion. Virgo energy is about cleaning up, refining, and getting radically honest about what is truly serving your highest good and what is simply spiritual clutter. This is not a dreamy escapist transit. This is a grounded, practical, and deeply clarifying frequency. The universe is not asking you to float away into the ether. It is demanding that you bring your highest spiritual truths down into your physical body, into your daily life, into your relationships, and into your mission here on Earth. For the chosen ones, this energy will feel like a homecoming. You have been feeling the dissonance, the static of the old world. You have been purging, releasing, and clearing your vessel for months, if not years. You've endured the dark nights of the soul, the painful relationship endings, the career shifts that made no logical sense. You did all of that work not for nothing, but for this exact moment. This Moon-Venus conjunction is your cosmic reward and your final exam, all wrapped into one. It is an activation key, designed to unlock dormant spiritual gifts, to clarify your soul's purpose with breathtaking precision, and to flood your heart chakra with a frequency of unconditional love that has the power to dissolve centuries of ancestral trauma. The signs have been undeniable for those with eyes to see. The ringing in your ears that has become a constant companion. That is the sound of your energetic field being retuned to a higher frequency. The number sequences 444, 777, 999, flashing before you on clocks, license plates and receipts. Those are signposts from your guides, assuring you that you are on the right path, walking through the correct timeline door. The vivid prophetic dreams that leave you breathless upon waking, the sudden downloads of information that feel ancient and true, the overwhelming sense of knowing that you are on the verge of a massive personal breakthrough. None of this is your imagination. It is your soul's internal GPS recalibrating in real time to the incoming celestial energies. This conjunction is a vibrational checkpoint. The universe is taking a snapshot of your frequency. It is assessing your readiness to hold more light, to embody more love, and to step more fully into your power as a co-creator of the new earth. But here is the warning, and I need you to listen with every cell of your being. As this high-frequency light pours onto the planet, it illuminates everything. It shines a spotlight not only on your gifts and your potential, but also on your deepest shadows, your unhealed wounds, and your most stubborn ego patterns. And this is where the traps are set. These are not external traps set by some dark force. They are internal traps, illusions woven from your own unacknowledged fears and insecurities. They are the final gatekeepers of the 3D matrix, designed to test your discernment, your sovereignty, and your commitment to your own evolution. The next 48 hours are a minefield of these subtle deceptions. Your mission is to walk through it with grace, awareness, and an open heart, and this guidance is your map. If you are feeling this resonance deep within your soul, if the words I am speaking are not just being heard by your ears, but are being felt as a vibration in your heart, I need you to pause for a moment, take a deep breath, feel the truth of this moment. You are here for this. You were born for this. This is not a coincidence. You are a key player in this planetary shift. To anchor this knowing, and to declare your readiness to the cosmos, I want you to go to the comments right now and type, with intention, I am ready. Feel the power in those words. You are not just typing a comment, you are making a sacred decree. You are claiming your role, you are aligning your energy field, and you are signaling to your entire spiritual support team that you are conscious, awake, and prepared to navigate this powerful gateway. Go ahead, type I am ready now, and feel the shift as you do. Now, let us unmask the very first, and perhaps the most insidious, of the 8 spiritual traps you must avoid over the next 48 hours. This is spiritual trap #1. The illusion of spiritual bypassing. This is a trap that looks and feels incredibly enlightened, which is what makes it so dangerous. Spiritual bypassing is the act of using spiritual beliefs, concepts, and practices to avoid facing unresolved emotional issues, psychological wounds, and uncomfortable human feelings. It is the premature leap to forgiveness without acknowledging the anger. It is the declaration that everything is love and light, while a storm of unprocessed grief rages within your heart. It is using the mantra, everything happens for a reason, as a shield to deflect the raw, painful sting of betrayal or loss. With the moon, our emotional core, conjunct Venus, our heart's desire, in the sign of Virgo, the great purifier, the universe is making one thing abundantly clear. There is no bypassing the human heart on the path to ascension. This conjunction will dredge up feelings from the depths of your subconscious. Old heartbreaks may suddenly feel fresh again. Forgotten insecurities about your worthiness to receive love may surface with a vengeance. You might feel waves of sadness, anger, or fear that seem to come out of nowhere. The trap of spiritual bypassing will tempt you to immediately slap a spiritual label on these feelings and push them away. The ego will whisper, "You're a spiritual person, you shouldn't be feeling this jealousy," or "You're vibrating at a high frequency now, you need to let go of this anger immediately." This is a lie from the old paradigm. True spirituality, true ascension, is not about rising above your humanity. It is about integrating your divinity into the fullness of your human experience. The antidote to this first trap is radical emotional honesty. When a wave of sadness washes over you in the next 2 days, do not resist it. Do not analyze it. Do not immediately try to transmute it. First, simply allow it. Create a sacred space within yourself to feel it fully. Let the tears fall if they need to. The moon is giving you a profound gift, the opportunity to finally feel and release trapped emotional energy that has been weighing down your vibrational field for lifetimes. When a surge of anger rises, do not judge it as low vibe. Anger is a sacred messenger. It often points to a boundary that has been violated or a truth that is being suppressed. Get curious about it. Ask it what it is here to teach you. Let its fire burn away an old injustice. Venus in Virgo wants authentic, pure, and honest connection, and the most important connection you have is the one with yourself. You cannot be in authentic connection with yourself if you are pretending not to feel what you are feeling. Over the next 48 hours, give yourself permission to be messy. Give yourself permission to be human. The most spiritual thing you can do during this potent alignment is to honor the full spectrum of your emotional body. The path to 5D is not paved with forced positivity. It is paved with the courageous integration of every single part of yourself, shadow and light. Do not bypass the heart. Go directly through it. That is where the portal truly opens. It is in feeling the depths of your sorrow that you unlock the heights of your joy. It is in honoring the fire of your anger that you reclaim the sovereignty of your power. Do not fall for the illusion that you are too enlightened to feel. Your feelings are your divine guidance system. During this conjunction, they are your superpower. Having navigated the crucial first trap of spiritual bypassing, you have now stepped onto the next level of this 48-hour initiation. You have committed to feeling, to honoring your sacred human heart. But the path forward requires an even deeper level of sovereignty. As you stand with your heart open, raw and authentic, the matrix will present its next great illusion, a test of your internal authority. This brings us to the second, and profoundly subtle spiritual trap you must avoid: the illusion of external validation. This trap is a gilded cage, built from the need for others to see you, to approve of you, and to confirm that you are on the right path. It is the ego's desperate search for a gold star from the universe, from a guru, from a partner, or even from strangers on the internet. With Venus, the planet of self-worth, being illuminated by the intuitive moon, the universe is asking you a direct and piercing question. You need an external mirror to know your own light. For the chosen one, the journey has been long and often lonely. You have walked a path that few could understand. You have made sacrifices that no one saw. It is natural, a deeply human desire to want that journey to be acknowledged. But this conjunction is your graduation from that need. The trap will manifest in subtle ways over the next 2 days. It will be the urge to post about your spiritual breakthrough on social media, then anxiously checking for likes and comments to validate the experience. It will be the sudden, overwhelming desire to find a psychic or a reader to confirm the very intuition that is screaming its truth from within you. It may even be a tendency to second-guess a powerful inner knowing, simply because your partner or a friend doesn't understand it. You must understand, the universe is always sending you signs and synchronicities, but there is a profound energetic difference between receiving a sign as a joyful confirmation of your own inner knowing, and desperately seeking a sign because you do not trust your inner knowing. The first is a co-creative dance with the cosmos. The second is a disempowering plea. This Moon-Venus conjunction is designed to dissolve the energetic cords of dependency on external approval. It is an internal recalibration of your self-worth meter, moving the needle from other-defined to self-defined. The Virgo energy of this alignment demands impeccable self-reliance. Virgo is the archetype of the sovereign priestess. She takes her counsel from the divine within, not from the opinions of the crowd. When you feel the pull to look outside of yourself for answers in the next 48 hours, I want you to perform a simple but powerful act. Stop. Place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Close your eyes. Take 3 deep conscious breaths. Ask your own higher self the question you were about to ask someone else. And then you must listen. The answer will not come in a booming voice. It will be a quiet knowing, a subtle feeling, a gentle nudge. The first whisper you hear before your logical mind jumps in to doubt it, that is your soul speaking. That is the voice of truth. The antidote to this trap is radical self-trust. It is the courageous act of anointing yourself as your own guru, of crowning yourself as the sole authority of your own experience. Your journey is uniquely yours. No one else has your energetic signature, your soul blueprint, or your specific mission. Therefore, no one else can truly validate it for you. The validation you seek is an inside job, and this conjunction is the perfect celestial moment to finally, fully, and unapologetically claim it. You are the oracle. You are the authority. The approval you are looking for is already flowing within you. This is a pivotal moment in your journey. Claiming your sovereignty is not just a concept, it is a vibrational reality you must choose to embody. It is the line in the sand between the old earth paradigm of seeking and the new earth paradigm of knowing. To fully anchor this profound shift into your cellular memory and declare your spiritual independence to the cosmos, I need you to go to the comments right now and type, with every ounce of your power, "I am my own oracle." Do not just type the words, feel them. Feel the chains of seeking external approval dissolving as you claim this truth. This is a declaration of your spiritual graduation. This is you taking back your power. Type, "I am my own oracle," now, and seal this sacred contract with your soul. As you anchor into this newfound sovereignty, you become a much more potent and luminous being. Your frequency rises, and your light becomes brighter. But a brighter light casts a darker shadow, and it also attracts the attention of old, unresolved energies that are looking for a way back into your reality. This brings us directly to spiritual trap #3, the seduction of karmic distractions. This is one of the oldest tricks in the book for the Matrix. Just as you are about to take a quantum leap forward, just as you are about to break through to a new level of peace, purpose, and abundance, the universe will test your resolve by sending a powerful distraction rooted in your karmic past. This is the final exam for a lesson you have been learning for lifetimes. This distraction will almost always appear as a person or an opportunity. It will be the ex-partner from a deeply toxic relationship who suddenly slides into your DMs, whispering all the words you once longed to hear, promising they have changed. It will be the dramatic family member who, right on cue, creates a 5-alarm crisis, attempting to pull you back into the old, draining role of the family savior or peacemaker. It might even be a job offer that looks spectacular on paper, appealing to your ego and your need for security, but that your soul instinctively knows is a gilded cage that will suffocate your true purpose. The Moon-Venus conjunction makes this trap particularly potent because it deals with matters of the heart, relationships, values, and emotional security. The karmic distraction will be expertly tailored to prey on your oldest wounds and your deepest unmet needs. If your core wound is a fear of abandonment, the X will reappear promising never to leave you again. If your wound is feeling undervalued, the job offer will come with a prestigious title and an impressive salary. Do you see how it works? The trap is not the person or the situation itself. The trap is the belief that going backward is the only way to heal a past wound. It is a lie. You cannot heal the past by reliving it. You heal the past by choosing your new future, a future that is completely free from those old energetic patterns. The Virgoan energy of this alignment is your greatest ally here. Virgo is the master of discernment. Its energy gives you spiritual X-ray vision, allowing you to see past the seductive surface of the distraction and into its energetic core. The antidote to this trap is to pause, ground yourself, and ask one simple, non-negotiable question. Does this feel like my future, or does this feel like my past? Your body will answer you before your mind does. The energy of your future feels expansive, light, and liberating, even if it is a little scary. The energy of your past feels heavy, constricting, and familiar in a draining way, even if it is coated in promises. Your emotional body, activated by the moon, is your truth detector. A karmic distraction will create a feeling of anxiety, a knot in your stomach, a sense of frantic urgency. A true soul-aligned opportunity, in contrast, will create a feeling of calm resonance, a deep, quiet yes in your bones, even if it requires a courageous leap of faith. Over the next 2 days, be a sacred gatekeeper of your energy field. You are standing at the threshold of a new timeline. You cannot bring old ghosts through the door with you. This is an act of supreme self-love. It is you finally choosing you. It is you finally honoring the hard work you have done to get here. Do not trade the future your soul has been praying for a temporary fix from a past you have already outgrown. You have already passed this class. Do not willingly re-enroll. Have the courage to say no to the good, so you can create the space for the divine. You have now moved through the first 3 critical gateways. You have learned to honor your emotional truth, to claim your inner authority, and to discern the seductive whispers of the past from the resonant call of your future. Each trap you successfully navigate strengthens your spiritual core and raises your vibrational frequency. But now, we enter even more subtle territory. The next set of illusions are not about external people or past events. They are about how you relate to the very energy that is flowing to you right now. As the potent heart-opening frequencies of the Moon-Venus conjunction pour into your being, you will feel a surge of creative energy, a flood of new ideas, and a powerful urge to take action on your soul's mission. This is a beautiful and divine impulse, but embedded within it is the 4th spiritual trap, the illusion of forced action and divine timing. This is the ego's attempt to hijack a sacred spiritual download and force it into a 3D timeline of productivity and control. This trap whispers, "You have this amazing idea, you must act on it now. If you don't start this project by tomorrow, you will miss the energetic window. You have to push, strive, and hustle to make it happen." It creates a frantic, anxious energy around your purpose, turning a divine inspiration into a stressful deadline. Let us be perfectly clear. The Virgoan energy of this conjunction is practical and grounded. It wants you to bring your spiritual gifts into the material world. However, Virgo is also meticulous, methodical, and patient. It is the energy of planting a seed in fertile soil, not the energy of trying to rip a sprout from the ground. The Moon-Venus alignment is primarily an internal activation. It is a recalibration of your heart, your intuition, and your sense of self-worth. It is about receiving the download, integrating the frequency, and becoming the person who can effortlessly carry out the mission. The action comes later. The trap is believing the action must happen simultaneously with the inspiration. During these next 2 days, you may receive a crystal clear vision for a new business, a creative project, or a way of being in service. The energy will feel electric, exciting, and urgent. The ego will immediately jump in with its to-do lists, its business plans, and its 5-step strategies. The antidote to this trap is to practice the art of sacred incubation. When the divine idea arrives, your first job is not to act on it, but to honor it. Treat it like a precious newborn thing. Write it down in a journal. Meditate on it. Feel the energy of its completed form. Ask it what it needs from you to grow. Nurture it with your loving attention, but resist the urge to immediately force it into a structure. Think of yourself as a sacred vessel that is being filled with a very potent high-frequency elixir. If you immediately try to run and do 100 things, you will spill the elixir everywhere. Your primary task during this conjunction is to simply hold the energy, to let it marinate in your being, to allow it to change you from the inside out. There is a profound difference between inspired action and forced action. Forced action feels like pushing a boulder uphill. It is draining, stressful, and rooted in a fear of missing out. Inspired action feels like riding a wave. It is effortless, joyful, and comes from a place of deep trust and alignment. Over the next 48 hours, your only action is to be a clear and receptive channel. The universe has a timing that is far more intelligent than your conscious mind can comprehend. The right people, the right resources, and the right opportunities are already being lined up for you on the energetic grid. Your pushing and striving will only create resistance and mess up the divine choreography. Trust that when the moment for action arrives, you will know. It will feel like a powerful, undeniable pull, not an anxious push. Let this conjunction be a time of deep receiving. Allow the blueprints for your future to be fully downloaded into your soul's hard drive. The time for building will come, and when it does, you will be so fully integrated with the vision that the creation process will feel like magic. Don't let the ego's addiction to doing rob you of the profound power of being. This is not for everyone. It's for the chosen who are ready to change their reality. I released a members-only deep briefing called Urgent Alert, September 21st. 22 new moon is about to change everything. In that video I reveal the exact activations and protections you must do. Click the description link or the pinned comment, and watch it before the energy lands. If you skip this window, you may never get this same upgrade. The journey of the chosen one is a path of trust. Trust in the self, trust in the journey, and trust in the divine timing of the cosmos. This is a core lesson that separates the awakening soul from the ascended master. To solidify this sacred pact of trust with the universe, to release the anxiety of forced timelines and fully surrender to the divine flow that is carrying you toward your destiny, I want you to go to the comments right now. I want you to declare your faith in the cosmic plan. Type, with a deep sense of peace and knowing, I trust divine timing. Let this be your mantra for the next 48 hours. Every time you feel the anxious urge to push, repeat it to yourself. Let it soothe your nervous system and realign you with the effortless flow of your highest timeline. Go now and type, I trust divine timing, and feel the heavy burden of control lift from your shoulders. As you surrender to this divine flow, you will find yourself entering a state of heightened sensitivity and psychic awareness. The veil between the worlds becomes incredibly thin during a potent transit like this. Your intuition will be on fire. You will be picking up on the thoughts and feelings of others, receiving messages in dreams, and seeing synchronicities everywhere. This heightened state is a gift, but it also opens the door to our fifth spiritual trap, the trap of energetic sponging and unprotected empathy. This is a classic pitfall for the awakening soul, especially for empaths and healers. In your newfound openness, you may unconsciously begin to absorb the dense, chaotic, and fearful energies of the collective, or of the people around you, mistaking their static for your own. Suddenly, you might feel a wave of inexplicable anxiety, a deep sadness that doesn't seem to belong to you, or a physical exhaustion that has no logical cause. You may find yourself getting pulled into other people's dramas, feeling a compulsive need to fix or heal them, draining your own precious life force in the process. This Moon-Venus conjunction in Virgo is amplifying our sensitivity for a reason, to help us refine our own energetic boundaries. Virgo is the great sorter. It knows what belongs to it and what does not. The trap is to believe that being a spiritual person means you have to be an open, unprotected energetic field 24/7. This is a dangerous misconception. True spiritual service comes from a full cup, not an empty one. You cannot be a lighthouse if your own light is being dimmed by the storms of others. The antidote to this trap is the practice of impeccable energetic hygiene. This is not selfish, it is sacred. It is non-negotiable for the next 48 hours, and truly for the rest of your awakening journey. Your first step is conscious awareness. When a difficult emotion arises, practice the Virgoan art of discernment. Gently ask yourself, is this feeling truly mine, or have I picked this up from someone or somewhere else? You will be surprised how often your intuition will immediately know the answer. If it is not yours, you do not need to process it. You simply need to release it. Visualize a beautiful cord of light connecting you to the core of the earth, and allow all energies that are not your own to flow down that cord, to be transmuted by Mother Gaia. Your next step is proactive protection. Before you interact with people, go online, or even leave your home, take 30 seconds to visualize yourself surrounded by a bubble of shimmering golden white light. Set the intention that this bubble allows only energies of love and your highest good to enter, while anything else is instantly deflected and returned to sender with love. This is not an act of fear, it is an act of sovereign self-love. It is you declaring that your energetic field is a sacred temple, and you are the only one who decides what comes in. Finally, practice conscious disconnection. If you find yourself enmeshed in someone else's drama, lovingly but firmly remove yourself. You can send them love from a distance. You do not have to dive into the chaotic water to save someone from drowning. You serve them best by standing on the shore and holding the light, showing them the way out. Your energy is your most valuable currency. During this potent celestial upgrade, protect it fiercely. It is the fuel for your mission. Do not give it away to causes and people who are not part of your divine assignment. You are being called to be a clear channel, not a psychic dumping ground. You are moving through this initiation with grace and power. By recognizing the traps of forced action and energetic sponging, you have reclaimed your divine timing and the sanctity of your energetic field. You are learning to be a conscious steward of your life force. But as we go deeper into the heart of this Moon-Venus conjunction, the illusions become more cerebral, more deeply embedded in the very way we process and perceive our spiritual reality. The Matrix saves its most sophisticated programs for the souls who have mastered the basics. The next two traps are designed to catch the conscious mind, to pull you out of your heart's wisdom and into a labyrinth of spiritual concepts and distorted beliefs about your own worthiness. This is where the Virgoan energy of this transit can be turned against you, where its gift for analysis becomes a cage of analysis paralysis. Prepare yourself, for we are now entering the architecture of the mind itself. This brings us to the sixth spiritual trap, an insidious one for anyone on a conscious path in this age of information: the mental maze of overintellectualization. This is the trap of trying to think your way to enlightenment. It is the ego's obsession with gathering spiritual data, with understanding every astrological degree, every human design gate, every nakshatra, and every angelic hierarchy, believing that this accumulation of knowledge is the same as embodiment. With this potent Virgo transit, the temptation to dive into the mental details will be immense. You might find yourself spending hours watching videos, reading articles, and comparing different interpretations of this conjunction, creating a complex web of intellectual understanding. But here is the critical danger: you can become so lost in the map that you forget to experience the territory. You can spend so much time studying the menu that you forget to taste the food. This is the ego feeling safe and in control through knowledge, while the soul is gently weeping, asking you to simply feel the energy that is present right now. The signs of this trap are subtle. You feel more confused than clarified after consuming information. You feel a sense of pressure to figure it all out. You find yourself debating spiritual concepts with others, defending your intellectual position rather than sharing from your heart's experience. You are living your awakening from the neck up. The moon is the ruler of our feeling nature, our intuition, our non-linear, non-verbal wisdom. Venus is the ruler of our heart's intelligence. This conjunction is a direct invitation to drop out of the thinking mind and into the feeling body. The profound truths and upgrades of this transit cannot be understood by the intellect. They can only be felt, received, and integrated on a cellular somatic level. The antidote to this mental maze is radical embodiment. It is the conscious and deliberate choice to shift your awareness from your head down into your body. For the next 48 hours, I want you to make your body your primary spiritual text. Instead of asking, "What does this transit mean?" I want you to ask, "What does this energy feel like in my body?" When a wave of cosmic energy comes through, does your chest tighten or expand? Does your stomach flutter? Do your hands tingle? Your body is the scripture, and its sensations are the verses. It cannot lie. It is your direct, unfiltered connection to the truth of this moment. Practice somatic experiencing. Put on a piece of music that moves you and dance, not for performance, but as a prayer, allowing the energy to move through your limbs. Go outside and stand barefoot on the earth, feeling the planetary pulse come up through the soles of your feet. Take long, slow, deep breaths, and with each exhale, intentionally release the need to analyze and understand, and with each inhale, welcome the pure, raw energy of the cosmos into your cells. You have consumed enough information. You have studied enough. The final examination is not a written test. It is a lived experience. You are not here to get a degree in metaphysics. You are here to become a living library of embodied divine love. This is urgent. Do not skip this. Watch the members-only briefing, Your Gent Alert. September 21st, 22 new moon is about to change everything. What happens next will shock every spiritually awake chosen one. I reveal the activations and protections you must do before the new moon lands. Click the link in the description or the pinned comment now. This window won't wait. This shift from the mind to the body is a revolutionary act. in a world that worships the intellect. It is a declaration of trust in a deeper, more ancient wisdom that resides within your very DNA. To anchor this profound commitment to living your truth, not just thinking about it, I want you to go to the comments right now. This is a powerful decree to your own selves, to your higher self, and to the universe. Type with your full embodied presence. I embody my truth. Feel the energy shift from your head to your heart as you type those words. This is you giving your body permission to lead. This is you choosing feeling over analyzing. This is you coming home to yourself. Go now and type I embody my truth and seal this sacred shift. Once you drop from the mind and into the body, into the heart space, you begin to deal with the most fundamental frequencies of your being, your sense of worth, value, and your capacity to receive. And here lies the seventh, and perhaps most deeply conditioned, spiritual trap. The renunciation illusion, which is scarcity consciousness, disguised as spiritual detachment. This is an ancient and powerful program that tells the awakening soul that to be holy, one must be poor. To be enlightened, one must renounce desire. To be close to God, one must reject the material world. It is the subtle belief that desire is bad, that pleasure is a distraction, and that wanting abundance, be it in love, money, or opportunity, is somehow unspiritual. Venus is the planet of abundance, beauty, pleasure, and receiving. Her conjunction with the moon, which governs our deepest emotional needs and ancestral patterns, is designed to heal our relationship with receiving on a quantum level. But the renunciation illusion will fight this upgrade with all its might. It will whisper, you don't need that. Be detached. All wanting more is greedy. You should be content with what you have. The trap here is profoundly subtle. True detachment is a state of inner peace, regardless of outer conditions. It is being free from the attachment to the outcome. It is not, however, the renunciation of desire itself. The illusionary version of detachment is actually a defense mechanism. It is a spiritual justification for a deep-seated fear of lack or a core wound of unworthiness. It is easier to say, I don't want it, than to face the potential pain of wanting something and not getting it, or the deep-down belief that you are not worthy of receiving it in the first place. This conjunction is a divine intervention to shatter this illusion. The universe is inherently abundant. Creation is an act of extravagant, overflowing generosity. You are a child of that creation, and it is your birthright to experience abundance in all its forms. Venus wants you to feel worthy of love. It wants you to feel worthy of wealth that supports your mission. It wants you to feel worthy of beauty, joy, and sensual pleasure. To reject these things is not spiritual. It is to reject the gifts of the Divine Mother. It is to reject a fundamental aspect of the human experience you came here to have. The antidote to this trap is the practice of radical receiving. This starts with becoming aware of your own resistance to goodness. Over the next 2 days, notice when you deflect a compliment. Notice when you feel guilty for resting or treating yourself to something beautiful. Notice the small ways you tell the universe, no thank you. Each one of these is a closed door. Your work now is to consciously, intentionally, open those doors. Practice saying a simple heartfelt thank you when someone offers you something, be it a kind word or a helping hand. Go out of your way to notice the abundance that is already around you, the richness of the colors in nature, the generosity of a friend, the simple luxury of clean water. Gratitude is the frequency that opens the channels of receiving. Furthermore, give yourself permission to desire. Your authentic soul-aligned desires are not random whims. They are divine breadcrumbs from your higher self, guiding you toward your most joyful and expansive timeline. Allow yourself to want what you want without judgment. Write a list of everything you would love to experience, have and be, and feel the joyful energy of that wanting, releasing the attachment to how or when it will arrive. You are aligning your emotional body, moon, with the frequency of value and worthiness, Venus. You are reprogramming yourself to be a gracious and magnetic receiver of all the good the universe is longing to give you. We have now arrived at the final and most profound layers of this 48-hour initiation. You have learned to navigate the terrain of your emotions, your sovereignty, your past, your divine timing, and your energetic field. With each step, you have become clearer, stronger, and more aligned with the incoming 5D frequencies. But the final traps are the most subtle, for they deal with the nature of reality itself and your relationship with the divine. As you stand in your protected sovereign space, feeling the powerful downloads of the Moon-Venus conjunction, it is easy to become enchanted by the light. The feelings of connection, bliss, and cosmic understanding can be intoxicating. And right here, at the peak of the mountain, lies the sixth spiritual trap, the illusion of spiritual perfectionism. This is the ego, in its most spiritually costumed form, whispering that you must now be a perfect vessel of light. It's the sudden, crushing pressure to be perfectly positive, to have a perfectly clean diet, to perform your rituals flawlessly, to never have a negative thought, and to always feel blissful and connected. It is the belief that any deviation from this idealized spiritual image means you have failed, that you are not high vibe enough, that you have fallen from grace. This trap is particularly potent under the influence of Virgo. Virgo energy, in its shadow aspect, can be hypercritical, judgmental, and obsessed with flawlessness. When this shadow is projected onto your spiritual path, it becomes a recipe for suffering. You might meditate for an hour, feel a deep sense of peace, and then 10 minutes later, you find yourself getting irritated in a traffic jam. The perfectionist trap will immediately condemn you. See, you lost it. You're not spiritual enough. All that work was for nothing. This is a lie designed to keep you in a state of perpetual striving and self-flagellation, which is an incredibly draining low-frequency state. The truth is, ascension is not a linear path to a static state of perfection. It is an ever-spiraling dance of integration. You are a divine being having a human experience, not the other way around. The goal is not to eliminate your humanity, but to infuse it with your divinity. You will still have moments of anger, frustration, and doubt. The difference is that now, you have the awareness to observe them without judgment, to get curious about the message they carry, and to return to your center with grace and compassion. The antidote to this trap is radical self-forgiveness, and the embrace of sacred imperfection. Venus, the planet of love, is asking you to turn that love inward. Can you love the part of you that is still learning? Can you be gentle with the part of you that gets triggered? Can you find the divinity in your own messy, beautiful, imperfect humanity? Over the next 2 days, when you notice the voice of the inner critic, the spiritual perfectionist, I want you to stop. Place a hand on your heart and say, either out loud or to yourself, I am doing the best I can, and my best is more than enough. I love and accept myself exactly as I am, in this moment. This is not an excuse for unconscious behavior. It is the highest form of conscious self-love. It is the frequency that actually heals the wounds, not the frequency of judgment that only deepens them. True spiritual mastery is not about never falling down. It is about how gracefully and lovingly you pick yourself back up. Release the impossible standard of perfection. It is a cage built by the ego to keep your spirit small. Your soul is vast, wild, and free. Allow it to be. Embrace the whole of you. That is where your true power, your authentic light, resides. The journey of awakening is one of returning to wholeness, and an essential part of this is embracing every aspect of our being with unconditional love. This is the core message of the Venusian frequency flooding the planet. To fully integrate this profound teaching into your heart and release the chains of perfectionism forever, I invite you to make one final powerful declaration in the comments below. This one is for you. This is an act of supreme kindness to your own soul. Type with deep heartfelt sincerity, I embrace my sacred humanity. Feel the relief in that statement. Feel the acceptance. Feel the love. You are not a spiritual project to be fixed. You are a divine being to be loved. Go and claim that truth now. Type I embrace my sacred humanity. As you embrace your full self, you begin to see the world differently. The lines between spirit and matter, between the sacred and the mundane, begin to dissolve. This leads us to the seventh spiritual trap, which is an illusion of perception, the trap of spiritual segregation. This is the belief that spirituality is something you do at certain times or in certain places. It is the idea that your altar is sacred, but your work desk is not. That your meditation cushion is a portal, but your kitchen sink is not. It's the act of dividing your life into spiritual activities: yoga, meditation, reading spiritual texts, and unspiritual activities, doing laundry, paying bills, dealing with difficult colleagues. This segregation creates a deep split in your energy field and keeps you from embodying your divinity in every moment of your life. It keeps your power compartmentalized. The Moon-Venus conjunction in Virgo is a powerful antidote to this illusion. Virgo is the archetype of sacred service in the everyday. It finds the divine in the details. It understands that washing the dishes with presence and love can be as profound a spiritual practice as an hour-long meditation. This transit is calling you to infuse every single action with consciousness, with love, with presence. It is an invitation to bring the temple out into the world, to recognize that your very body is the altar, your breath is the prayer, and your entire life is the ceremony. The antidote to this trap is the practice of moment-to-moment mindfulness and intention. When you are washing your hands, feel the water, the soap, the sensation. For that moment, let it be the most important thing in the universe. When you are writing an email, pour the energy of love and clarity into your fingertips. When you are speaking with a loved one, give them the sacred gift of your undivided presence. Do not wait for the perfect spiritual moment to connect with the divine. The divine is in the breath you are taking right now. It is in the taste of your food. It is in the sound of the birds outside your window. The goal is not to create more spiritual moments in your life. The goal is to realize that every moment is spiritual. This realization is the key to living in the 5D reality here and now. It is not a place you go to. It is a frequency you choose to inhabit in each moment, regardless of your external circumstances. For the next 48 hours, challenge yourself. Find the sacred in the mundane. Bless your food. Give thanks for the clean water. See the light in the eyes of the grocery store clerk. When you stop segregating your life, your entire reality becomes an enchanted magical experience. You are no longer a person seeking spiritual experiences. You are a spiritual being having a continuous unified experience called life. And this brings us to the final threshold, the eighth and ultimate trap you must avoid. The trap of spiritual destination. This is the belief that there is an endpoint to this journey. It's the idea that one day you will arrive at enlightenment, you will be fully healed, you will ascend, and then the work will be done. This is the ego's final and most subtle trick, because it places your peace, your joy, and your fulfillment in a perpetually receding future. It keeps you on a hamster wheel of spiritual seeking, always chasing a state of being that is just out of reach. The universe is not a destination. It is an infinite process of becoming. The soul's journey is not a race to a finish line. It is an eternal dance of expansion and evolution. This Moon-Venus conjunction is not a final portal that once you step through, everything is perfect forever. It is a powerful gateway of initiation, a profound acceleration point that launches you into the next, more expansive spiral of your becoming. There will be new lessons, new challenges, and new levels of beauty and wisdom to uncover. The trap is to believe that the goal is to stop growing. The gift is to fall in love with the process of growth itself. The antidote is to anchor yourself completely in the power of the present moment. This is the culmination of all the previous lessons. When you honor your emotions, trust your inner oracle, release the past, surrender to divine timing, protect your energy, embrace your imperfection, and find the sacred in the mundane, you naturally arrive in the now. And in the now, there is no lack, no fear, and no need to strive for a future destination. In the now, you are already whole, you are already complete, you are already divine. The joy is not in arriving at the summit, the joy is in the climb. The beauty is not in the destination, it is in the journey. This conjunction is a powerful reminder to cherish the step you are on right now. This moment is the only one that truly exists. It is the point of all power, it is where you co-create your reality. Release the need to get somewhere else. You are already here, and here is exactly where you need to be. You are a divine work in progress, and the artistry of the universe is eternally unfolding within you. So, chosen one, you are now equipped. You have the map to navigate the next 48 hours and beyond. These are not just traps to avoid, they are sacred teachings, initiations designed to crystallize your soul's mastery. Do not fear them. Meet them with consciousness, with courage, and with an open heart. This Moon-Venus conjunction is a cosmic gift of unparalleled grace and acceleration. It is an invitation to marry your heart and your soul, your humanity and your divinity, and to step onto the timeline your soul has been praying for. The shift is not coming, it is here. It is happening within you, right now. If this transmission has resonated with the core of your being, if you feel the truth of these words vibrating in your bones, then your journey with this community is just beginning. Make sure you are subscribed with all notifications turned on, as we will be navigating the integration of these powerful energies together. Share this message with anyone you know who is on this path, for we rise by lifting others. And one last time, to anchor all that you have learned and to declare your graduation from these illusions, go to the comments and type with your full power and presence, "I am the shift," because you are. You are not waiting for change. You are the change. You are the portal. Walk through it.